Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to explain and practically demonstrate equals predefined method of string class in Java. So let's get started. In the previous sessions, I have already covered some important predefined methods of string class like length predefined method already covered in the previous sessions. After that, I covered char it predefined method of the string class and then substring overloaded to overloaded substring methods of the string class also I covered in the previous sessions of this course. Now I'm going to cover the next important predefined method of the string class, that is equals predefined method. So we have to use equals predefined method to compare two strings, whether these two strings are equal or not. For comparing that, we have to use equals. But for comparing, we were using a different operator in the earlier sessions. For example, if I want to compare numbers, if I want to compare two numbers, whether they are numerical numbers or decimal numbers, or they are apart from numbers, we also have this boolean like true false kind of stuff, different type of data. If you want to compare, generally in Java, if you want to compare two items, we have to use an operator known as double equal to operator. This symbol we were using so far, right, for comparing the things. Let me show you practically how we are using double equal to for comparing the items. For that, I'm going to create a new class here. I'll just name this class as demo, some random name with main method. Now, if I want to compare two numbers, let's say int a is equal to 5, comma b is equal to 5, comma c is equal to 4. So here I created three variables where a is storing 5, b is storing 5, c is storing 4. All these variables are storing integer numerical data. And if I want to compare the values which are stored in these variables, whether they are equal or not, what I have to do? I have to write like this: system.out.println a double equal to b. The value which is stored in A is 5. The value which is stored in B is 5. Since they are equal, this will return true. If I write system.out.println A equal to C. So in the variable A, 5 is stored. In the variable C, 4 is stored. 5 is not equal to 4, so false will be printed. This is how we were using the double equal to operator for comparing the items, right? Two items so far. For comparing two things, we are using this kind of stuff. True, false got printed. So, but for comparing strings, we should not be using the double equal to operator. Okay? But for comparing strings, but for comparing strings, we should not use double equal to operator. Rather, we have to use equals operator. To compare two strings, we have to use equals operator. We should not use double equal to operator. Okay, so let me demonstrate this parallel practically, guys, how the equals will work and how the double equal to will work with while comparing two strings. Because double equal to, when used with strings, will compare will compare the references of the strings, but not the actual strings. Okay. So double equal to will work with strings, but the problem with double equal to is that it can be used for comparing the numbers and other type of data, but for comparing the strings, we cannot use double equal to, because here it may look like it is working, but double equal to is actually comparing the references, the address of the objects. Okay, the references will have the address of the objects, right? Of the string is an object. Okay, when you create a string, object will be created. That address of the object will be compared, not the actual data which is stored in that memory location of that address will not be compared with a double equal to. Equals will compare the actual data which is stored at that address of the object. Okay, equals will compare the actual data which is stored, actual string data that is stored in the address of that particular object. But here double equal to will only compare the address of that particular object of that strings. Okay, so that's why we have to use equals. We should not use double equal to. But let me give the practical demonstration where the why we have to use equals for comparing two strings in Java. So let me explain that in detail with practical demonstration so that you will understand it well. So here, guys, I'm going to create a new class. I'll just name this class as demo f with main method. Okay, so let me just close this for a while. So inside this main method, I'm going to create strings. Okay. First, I'm going to compare the strings. I'm going to first create the strings, but I'm going to create the strings in which way? Normal way, not the shortcut way. Okay. I'm going to, as part of demonstrating this equals method for comparing two strings, I'm going with the first approach of creating the strings where normal way of creating the strings. How do you create the strings? String S1 is equal to new string of, here I'll give Arun. Okay. Now here string S2 is equal to new string of Arun. Now, now guys, I want to compare S1 and S2. S1 is also storing the same string. S2 is also storing the same string, right? S1 is storing the same string and S2 is also storing the same string. If I say system.out.println, S1 double equal to S2, what should be printed? You see, generally here Arun is equal to Arun, which should be true, right? But equal to, double equal to symbol will result in a different result. Let me run this code. What is coming? False is coming, but we thought true will come, right? Here Arun is equal to Arun. S1 is also storing Arun. S1 is also storing Arun and S2 is also storing Arun. But S1 double equal to S2. It's not comparing the text which is stored in that particular object. It's storing the address. You see, here new keyword will create an object. Okay. In the computer memory, what is happening? In the computer memory, with this approach, what is happening? When I created the string S1 is equal to new string, here new keyword will create some object in that memory location. Let's say this is a computer memory. In that, some memory will be allocated to the first object will be created. For that, some memory will be allocated. First object one will be created. For that, some memory will be allocated. In that memory, what will be stored? Arun got stored. Okay. This particular memory location is referred by, here we are referring to this memory location of this newly created object using the new keyword with the help of this object reference known as S1. So here S1 is there. S1 is there, right? Using this object reference, we are referring to this particular memory location of this particular object. Now, when I again say string S2 is equal to new string of Arun, here a new object is getting created. In the computer memory, a new object is getting created for which some memory is getting allocated in the computer memory. So this is object 2, some for that some other new memory is getting allocated. In that memory, what is getting stored? Again, the Arun is getting stored. Okay, this Arun is getting stored, and that particular object memory is referred by this object reference known as S2. So here S2 is getting referred. Okay, so we are referring to this with the help of S2. S2. Now, now guys, when I say when I compare this S1 double equal to S2, what is happening? It's not comparing Arun with Arun. You see the address of this particular object, memory of this particular object is stored in S1. The address of this memory location of this object is stored in S2. Are they the same address or different address? This object address, the address of this memory location of this object and address of this memory location of this particular object is different, right? This is a different address in the computer memory. This is a different address. Now in S1, the address of the first object memory location is stored in S2. Address of the second object memory location is getting stored. Now if I compare them, they will not match. That's why we are getting false. Okay, that's why we are getting false case. The address of the S1 is not equal to the address of S2. Even though the values are same, it's not working. So this part is not working. But what is the best way of comparing the strings? S1 dot equals S2. If I, instead of using double equal to operator, if I use equals predefined method of string class for comparing the strings like this, S1 dot equals S2 like this, if I run this code, now you'll get true. You see, earlier we got false with double equal to. It is actually comparing the address which is to memory address of this particular memories of these objects, which will be different, right? So false is coming. But here, the actual data which is stored, here Arun is getting compared with Arun. Instead of address of S1 and S2 are getting compared, the references are getting compared here. The actual data which is stored at this particular locations are getting compared with the help of equals method. So equals predefined method of string class will actually compare the text which is stored in that particular memory locations of that objects, but not the references. Double equal to will compare the references. equals will compare the actual data which is stored at that particular locations of the memory, right? So that's why it is recommended to use equals. Now all good so far. This part is good, na? With this kind of stuff, equals is a winner. Okay? So this way of creating the strings, equals is a winner. Equals is a winner. Now, what if I create another class? Let's say, I'll just say demo F. You can give any name, F G otherwise. Some random name you can give. And here, I'm going to create the strings. I'm going to create the strings in a different way. The second way, shortcut way. String S1 is equal to Aruna I'm giving. Here again, string S2 is equal to, again, Aruna I'm giving. Now in this case, if I write system.out.println S1 double equal to S2, what should be the output? So here, the actual data which is stored in that, okay, the actual data will be compared or the references of this particular two objects will be compared. When I say S1 double equal to S2, the references will be compared. But if I run this, shockingly you will get true, guys. Shockingly you are getting true. How? You are comparing the references, right? The reference of the S1, the address which is stored in S1 should be different from the address which is stored in S2, right? So then it should result false, right? But it's returning true. Why? Is it comparing the actual data? The answer is no. It's still not comparing the actual data. It comparing only the address which is address of the objects, address of the memory address of the objects only it is comparing. Unfortunately, the address of this S1 and S2 in the way if you are creating the strings like this kind of shortcut representation way, if you are creating and if the text is same, what will happen in Java is there's some other concept known as string pool memory kind of concept, guys. I don't want to go in depth in that concept, but what generally happens is assume that this is a computer memory. In that, when you say string S1 is equal to Arun, okay, here for Arun, this particular string, internally Java will create an object. Java will create an object one like that. It will create an object and some memory will be allocated to that object. In that object, what will be stored? Arun will be stored. Okay, Arun will be stored. Now to this particular Arun, who is referring S1 object reference is referring. So here, who is referring to this memory location of this particular object where actual text Arun is stored? S1. S1 object reference is referring. Now when you create another string, okay, just give me a second. Let it be there. Now when you create another string S2 is equal to Arun, this Arun is again equal to this Arun, right? Java, here who is creating the objects? We are not creating. Earlier guys, when I created the strings in this way, I am forcibly creating the objects every time. But here, who is creating the objects? Java is creating internally the objects because of this shortcut representation. We have not specified the new keyword. Internally, Java is creating the objects, right? So in this way of creation, what Java will do here is it has created for the first time for this Arun text, it has created an object and in that object memory location, the Arun has been stored. Again, it is encountering the same kind of text. What Java will do in this case is Java will do in this case is to the same, it will not create another object automatically. In this case of shortcut representation, Java will not create another object because this text is matching with this text. So it knows that already this text is stored in that particular memory. I don't want to create another object, it will think. And Java will simply refer this S2 also to the same object memory. Now tell me guys, the address of this S1 and S2 is same or different? In this kind of case where you're creating the strings like this way, this is what is happening. S1 is also referring to the same object memory location where Arun is stored, and S2 is also referring to the same object memory location where the same Arun is stored. Now in this case, S1 address, S2 object address is same, right? They are referring to the same memory location. So they will have the same address. That's the reason here still comparison of the address is happening, not the actual data. So true is coming. That's the reason true is coming. So if you still want to compare the actual data in shortcut representation also, if you don't want to compare the address of these references, which is actually same in this kind of example, but if you still want to compare the actual text, which is stored in that particular objects, okay? So we have to say S1 dot equals S2. Here, the actual string text will be compared, not the address of that references. So this will also come as true. So a lot of people think that, whether I use double equal to equals, I'm getting the same result. So I can use this also, they'll think, but that's not the correct thing, guys. Okay. Here, technically, you know, uh, you see output wise, it may result in true, but internally what is happening? It's not comparing the text. It's comparing the address of this particular address which is stored in this references. It's comparing the address of the references, not the actual text. So in Java, if you have to compare two strings, no matter what, whether you are creating the strings in shortcut representation way or actual representation way, you have to use equals method only. Over double equal, you have to use equals method only. That is the correct approach. That is the correct approach. Okay. So, but in interviews, they'll ask you a lot of questions. Why S1 double equal to S2 is returning true? Okay. Can we use double equal to what exactly is happening? They'll ask you. Then you should be in a position to explain that it's double equal to will compare the references, not the actual string text which is stored at that particular memory location of that particular references, which are referred by the references. Okay. So actual text, string text, if you want to compare, equals method only will do. Double equal to will only compare the references. Address stored in that references will be compared. If you are able to understand that and explain that why this is happening, okay, and they'll also ask you, okay, they'll ask you in case of shortcut representation, why true is coming. They'll ask you. Then you should explain this concept. Okay, string pool memory concept wise, Java internally will maintain the pool memory for the string where, okay, if the text is matching, it will refer every object reference to the same memory location where the text is there. The same text you are trying to create for second string also. Okay, if you're trying to create the same text, the second string also, then in the shortcut representation way, Java will follow this kind of strategy. That's why we are getting the same that's why we are getting the true. That's what you should be able to explain, guys. I don't want to go too deep in these concepts, but that memory related concepts are very deep, guys, in nature. I'm just explaining at a high level for you to understand the basic concepts. Okay, why this is happening, why this is not working in this case of normal creation of the string, why it is working, why double equal to is working in case of shortcut representation. You should be able to understand. Simple words is that it's not double equal to will not compare the strings at any cost. It will compare only the references. The address which is stored in the references will be compared with double equal to. Equals only will compare the actual string text which is stored. Okay. Whether it is stored at a single location or multiple memory location doesn't matter. The actual text comparison should happen. You have to use equals, not double equal to. That's why it is recommended in Java. When you are comparing two strings, you have to use equals method over the double equal to symbol. Double equal to symbol can be used for comparing other type of items in Java, not the string text. Okay. So, hope guys you understood how to use equals predefined method of string class in Java for comparing two strings. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.